So, picture this. We're barely settled into our new house in Sunnyvale Heights. Boxes still stacked in the garage, and our neighbor Linda calls the cops on us. Why? Because my wife, Sarah, politely said no thanks to joining the HOA. I mean, 911 for that. The officer who showed up looked like he'd rather be anywhere else, scratching his head, probably wondering how his day went from chasing real criminals to dealing with suburban drama on steroids. But when Sarah handed over her ID, and I mean her real ID, Linda's smug grin melted faster than ice cream in July. And what happened next? Oh, it turned our quiet little neighborhood upside down. Let me set the scene. We're Marcus and Sarah, just moved to this cul-de-sac in Sunnyvale Heights, a place where the lawns are perfect and the mailboxes are fancier than my car. I'm a graphic designer, work-from-home dad, trying to keep up with our 2 kids, while Sarah's a logistics specialist for the Air Force, the kind of woman who can organize a supply chain in a war zone without breaking a sweat. Then there's Linda Monroe, 50-something, HOA president for way too long, strutting around with a clipboard like she's the mayor of this 40-house kingdom. She's got this whole speech about community standards and property values, delivered with the intensity of a TV preacher, but every few seconds, she's glancing at her house like she expects the CIA to rappel out of her azaleas. I'm trying not to laugh, but Sarah? She's already clocking every detail, her military brain filing it away like evidence. Here's where it gets juicy. Our house is technically in the HOA's boundaries fine, no big deal. But the previous owner passed away before signing their shiny new 2021 covenant, which is basically Linda's personal rulebook, filled with nonsense like no basketball hoops and only beige mailboxes. So, legally, we're in this weird gray zone not fully bound by her petty regulations. Linda, though, she's not having it. She shows up at our door, waving papers that look like they were printed at Kinko's, declaring, "State law requires HOA compliance, and you're facing $150 daily fines until you sign." I'm sorry, what? Who walks up to new neighbors and demands they sign a contract because you said so? Then she drops this gem. Municipal Code 52.1.4c mandates it. Spoiler alert, that code's as real as unicorns. She made it up, probably betting we wouldn't check. Now, Sarah's dealt with Pentagon-level red tape. This is child's play. Instead of telling Linda to take her clipboard and shove a trust me, I was tempted she just smiles, that calm, terrifying smile she uses when she's about to outsmart someone. "I'll need to see the actual statutes and your legal authority for those fines," she says, all polite, like she's asking for a recipe. Linda's face? Like she just realized she brought a slingshot to a tank fight. But she doesn't back down. Oh no, this woman doubles down like she's got a personal vendetta. Within an hour Sarah timed it, 67 minutes we get a violation notice slapped on our doorstep. The crime? Unauthorized vehicle display for our Air Force license plates. Our legally parked car in our own driveway, with plates issued by the government. I'm losing it, ready to sign her stupid covenant just to end this. But Sarah's like, "Marcus, this isn't about plates." She's hiding something. That night, our neighbor Mrs. Ellis, a 70-year-old retired CPA with a sharper eye than most detectives, swings by with coffee and some serious tea. "Linda's never been this bold before," she says, sinking into our couch like she's about to drop classified intel. 3 families in 2 years all questioned her finances, all gone after her harassment campaigns. My jaw's on the floor. This isn't just a power trip, it's a pattern. Sarah's already building what she calls a documentation trail: photos, timestamps, every violation notice. I'm thinking, babe, maybe we just move. But Sarah's got that look, the one that says she's not backing down from a bully, especially not one with a fake law degree from the University of Late-Night Infomercials. Things escalate fast. Linda corners Sarah at the mailbox, voice like a kettle about to blow. "I've run this neighborhood for 12 years, she hisses. "I've crushed families who thought they could defy me. You military types think you're above the rules, but we have ways of dealing with that." Sarah, cool as ice, just says, "Ma'am, I've faced real threats overseas. Your paperwork doesn't scare me. I'm proud, but also a little scared of my wife right now." I step in, probably too hot, and tell Linda, "Threaten her again, and we'll see what happens." Her face? Like she just realized she's poking a grizzly. But instead of backing off, She pulls out her phone, dials 911, and puts on this Oscar-worthy victim act. Help. The military family's threatening me. I'm watching her through our window, and something's off, smiling while reporting us. Who does that? Next morning, a squad car pulls up. My stomach drops. For military families, even a bogus police report can tank a career, security clearances, federal contracts. All gone if you're flagged as trouble. Officer Daniels steps out, all business, clipboard in hand, asking about reported threats. Linda's across the street, practically glowing with anticipation, probably planning her victory speech. But Sarah, calm as ever, hands over her driver's license, her federal contractor ID, and here's the kicker, her concealed carry permit with a LEOSA endorsement. For those who don't know, that's Law Enforcement Officer Safety Act, meaning she's got federal law enforcement status. Daniel's eyes widen, his tone shifts. Ma'am, I didn't realize you held federal credentials, he says, all respect now, asking about her work, thanking her for her service. Linda's jaw hits the ground. She's just a neighbor, she shrieks from her yard. What authority does she have? Her clipboard slips, papers scattering across her lawn like her whole world's falling apart. Mrs. Ellis, sipping coffee on her porch, is loving every second of this. Daniels checks Linda's municipal code violation. Surprise, they don't exist. He turns to her, voice sharp. Filing false police reports is a serious offense, ma'am. Are you sure about these allegations? Linda's crumbling, and the neighborhood's watching. Neighbors who never spoke up before are now whispering, some even waving at us. The power dynamics flipped, and Linda knows it. But that night, Sarah spots something chilling. Linda's in her backyard at 2 a.m., burning papers in a metal can, then looks straight at our window, like she knew Sarah was watching. I'm thinking, okay, this is straight-up spy movie stuff now. Sarah's not just a logistics nerd. She's a bloodhound when it comes to paper trails. Under state law, we've got a right to see HOA financials, so she submits a formal request, nothing aggressive. Just show me the books. Linda's response: they're under review by our accountant. No name, no firm, no timeline. Sarah pushes, politely, and Linda snaps. These are confidential community matters. Red Flag City. Mrs. Ellis, our unofficial detective, brings over photos of the community playground. $10,000 collected for repairs, still a rusty mess. Then there's the HOA dues. Up 40% in 3 years, but the landscaping's dead, mailboxes are crumbling. Where's the money going? Sarah digs deeper, finds payments to Greenview Services LLC, $80,000, over 2 years for maintenance. That never happened. No business license, no address, just a shell company. But here's the gut punch. The money's funneled to a memory care facility, $7,000 a month for Linda's mom. Suddenly, her desperation makes sense, not just power, but a daughter trying to keep her mom in care. It's heartbreaking, but stealing from neighbors? Not cool. Then, a manila envelope slides under our door. Bank statements, a note. Check Willow Creek HOA. Same pattern, same shell companies. Someone's blowing the whistle, but who? It gets crazier. Sarah's car gets vandalized, red spray, paint screaming, military go home. A note tucked under the wiper, handwriting matching Linda's. I'm ready to lose it, but Sarah's like, look at the pen strokes. It's her. Mrs. Ellis, bless her, has hardwired security cameras, old school, unhackable. Footage shows a kid, Jake, 17, doing the deed, but then Linda appears, handing him cash, checking his work. Jake cracks under questioning. Admits Linda paid him $60 to teach us a lesson. His phone's got texts from her, planning it all. This isn't just vandalism, it's a conspiracy. The neighborhood chat blows up. Mrs. Ellis shares the footage, and suddenly everyone's got a story. Fake fines, threats, families driven out. At the emergency HOA meeting, it's standing room only. Neighbors spill years of abuse, inflated invoices, forced resignations. The vote to oust Linda? Unanimous. But her reaction? She smiles, like she's got an ace up her sleeve. I'm thinking, what does she know that we don't? Next morning, 2 black SUVs roll in. FBI. Agent Carter knocks, says Sarah's evidence cracked open a massive case. Linda's not just stealing from us. She's part of a network across 4 HOAs, $350,000 siphoned off. Her sister, Diane, runs Willow Creek's HOA, using the same playbook. They targeted us because Sarah's Air Force background made us a test. Could their scam survive federal scrutiny? The whistleblower? Linda's nephew, sick of the family's crimes, slipping us those envelopes. Linda's arrested. No fight, just resignation. In court, she's in an orange jumpsuit, admitting she stole for her mom's care. I hurt people who trusted me, she says, voice cracking. 30 months in prison, $80,000 restitution. Her mom's moved to a basic facility. Her house is seized. Our neighborhood? Mrs. Ellis is HOA president now. Total transparency monthly reports, real audits. The playground's fixed, property values are up 10%. Sarah's promoted, her evidence a case study for federal training. But here's the kicker. Diane's still out there, profiled 200 HOAs for fraud, and we were just a trial run. At our community barbecue, a detective slips Sarah a card. We found more at Willow Creek. This isn't over. Justice feels good, but it's messy. Linda's a criminal, but also a daughter who lost everything. What would you do if it was your family on the line? Drop a comment. Tell me your take. Have you dealt with an HOA nightmare? Hit that like button if this hooked you, and share this story. I'm Marcus, and I'll catch you in the next one.